Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to talk about how do you trust again after divorce. This is one of the biggest challenges that I hear women say coming out of divorces or abusive relationships, toxic relationships, narcissistic relationships. They struggle in how do I trust again? And it's because of what you've been through. So no doubt you have a right to be weary of, leery of who do you trust, and also trusting yourself, because I hear this a lot that, oh my gosh, I've made so many mistakes in my life that how do I know to trust again? How do I learn how to trust again? So I'm going to dive into that for you on this video. My name is Denise Kavalauskas, and I am a transformational women's love coach. And this is what I specialize in. I help women heal after narcissistic relationships, after toxic relationships, after really bad divorces. This is what I do. I help you heal from those experiences so that you can move on with confidence in life and attract true love after toxic love. That's my whole theme. And please, if you find any value in this video, remember to smash that like button, leave comments below, or subscribe to the channel so that you can get more, because that is how this channel grows and I'm able to help more people like you, more people like me, who have been through the trenches, who have been through the really bad relationships and are wanting to experience a new and loving relationship. All right, so let's get into it. How to trust after divorce. This is, like I said, this is a big one. This is a big challenge. I get this all the time. I've asked this question in so many different ways, and I always get like the same answer. Trust is the number one challenge in recovery, in moving on from bad divorces, narcissistic relationships, toxic relationships. How do I trust again? I screwed up so many times. How do I trust myself that I'm not going to screw up again? So the first thing that I want to give to you is to explain to you what trust is. I think that's going to really help you. It's going to like set the foundation. It's going to clarify a lot of things for you so that you know that it's really not that difficult to start to trust yourself, okay? So trust is simply a muscle. It's a muscle that you have inside of you. Just like when we stop working out, thanks COVID, and then you stop working out for a certain amount of months and then you go back to the gym, right? So the first day back at the gym is, it's so hard because your muscles are not used to this. Even waking up early in the morning, like your muscles are, it's like they're waking up, they're coming back alive. But then once you're committed and you consistently go to the gym and you keep working out those same muscles, then you start to get sexy and define. So think of your trust muscle as just that. It is a muscle. So now that you know it's just a muscle, all you have to do is work it out and you will be able to trust yourself. You will be able to trust other people and be right? Annoying. I want you to think of a child. I want you to think of a 2 or 3-year-old. So a 2 or 3-year-old, and this is, the things that we have to teach our children, right? Don't jump off of the coffee table, right? Don't talk to strangers. Don't go outside by yourself, because children are naturally trusting. You are naturally trusting. You were born trusting. If you're a parent, think of your children. All the things that you had to teach them to not do. Don't talk to strangers, right? Don't walk home by yourself, right? Don't go into strange houses. All the things that you had to teach your child simply because your child was born this trusting person. So now with that being said, through life and the things that happen in life, the experiences that you've been through, the things that you've heard, that you've seen, have now taught you how not to trust? Even if it was just watching mom and dad. It could have been something simple like that. It could have been direct hits on you to teach you, whether it was intentional or not intentional, to not trust. I even taught my kids, don't talk to strangers. I even taught my kids, obviously every parent teaches their kids, don't, when you're on the playground, don't go with the creepy guy with the make-believe story of the puppy's lost, or if a stranger has candy, don't take the candy, things of that nature. We all do as parents teach our children this because we're born trusting. So know that you have the ability to trust in you already. You've just been taught how not to trust. So it's basically, you're going to uncover these layers to get to this built up trust muscle inside of you. Okay. So now how do you do that? How do you trust again after divorce? Well, the first thing that you do is you know and recognize these things. And the second thing that you do is you take small increments, baby steps into learning how to trust yourself. So here's the good news. You don't have to learn how to trust everybody that you come across. You don't have to learn how to trust every time I go on a date. Will I be able to trust this person and what they're saying is he authentic or is she authentic? No. The good news is all you have to do is learn how to trust who? You. Only you. Once you learn how to trust yourself, then that ripples out. Trust your own intuition. Trust your own voice. What voice is that? Is it your heart? Is it your head? Right? Then when you go out on dates, and you trust yourself, and the little voice inside of you says, maybe the voice is coming from your head and saying, oh, excuse me, you're not worthy of that person. And you know that that's not true. That is your ego talking versus your head. You can trust which way to go. Okay? I hope that's helpful. So go back to the child. That's who you were born to be. You were born this trusting, this loving, forgiving, and truthful person. Okay? So it is really simply just unraveling that so that you can get back to who you really are. Okay? So like I said, you take small steps into learning how to trust yourself. So test yourself, right? So take something simple. You go to the store and you see these gorgeous pair of shoes or this gorgeous purse and you're like, I don't have time, or, the question of, do I have the money or whatever? And trust your intuition of what it's saying. Maybe those shoes were right there in front of you for a reason. Maybe it's in the perfect alignment of you having those shoes, right? Trust yourself that the money will be there. The money is coming. Whatever it is, trust. Use little, examples, use little things to help you start to build up that trust muscle. And you'll see. I know for the longest time, just got a new office. As you can see, I have new paint behind me, one of my pictures from my wedding. But in my other office, my desk was facing a closet door, and the closet door, I had this huge, this exercise that I did at a mastermind, and it said in big letters, trust yourself. Well, because I had that in my view every single day, I started obviously doing the actionable steps. I started to trust myself. And having that in my head, which seeped into my subconscious mind, was another way of showing me how to trust myself. Trust yourself, Denise. Trust it's all going to work out. Trust it's working out the way it is for a reason. Trust the process. Trust this. Trust that. Trust God. Trust the universe. Trust that it's all showing up for me, not happening to me. Trust, trust, trust. So a really good tip that you can do as well. So if you work and you're in a cubicle, or if you work from home and you have a desk, like I have certain things in front of me that I stare at every single day. Put something, it could be as simple as a little sticky note, or it could be some kind of like a little card, something that you have in front of you and that says, trust yourself. You could even put a little comma and then your name, stating it to you, trust yourself. And look at that every single day. Even maybe in your wallet, you could have in your wallet. Somewhere where you're gonna look at it every single day. I hope that helped. I hope this video gave you so much value on how to trust again after divorce, because it is a big challenge. It does stop a lot of people from going out on dates, from living their life, from moving on from divorce. It is one of the factors that keeps you stuck, is not knowing how to trust, not being able to trust. And so you're just like, screw it, I'm just gonna stay home. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of cats and this is my world right here. So when you learn how to trust yourself again, it's freedom for yourself. It's freedom to live your life the way that God intended for you to live, because that is what God gave you. He gave you that trust muscle that was really, really strong when you were born and as a child, okay? And it's just pretty simple. Through life, there was things that taught you how not to trust. And because all children are sponges and they absorb everything, and you were being a good little girl or a good little boy, you listened, you took on that as a part of you. So now that you know the truth about how you were shown not to trust, then you went through this horrific relationship divorce, and now you're coming out of it and you're like, the trusting muscle is so weak, I don't even recognize it. Now you have the tools for you to start to build up that muscle. So again, if this video gave you any value, anything that is going to help you, please smash that like button, make comments below. I love to hear from you, and also subscribe to the channel so that you get these videos. And if you want to hit the little bell button, that will give you little reminders. I get them all the time. I have my favorite people on YouTube that I follow, and every time they load it, I get a notification, which great. Either I like it and I listen to it, or I don't. Totally up to you. Trust that you are here for a reason, and trust that you saw that notification and that is in alignment with you. All right, my loves, have an amazing day. I'll see you on the next video.